This is another New Black World Order TV Productions. Uh-huh. Chopper. Grand Rising family, what's happening? All right, so we talking about again, this is my final message to the Black Lives Matter movement, right? And particularly the African American members of the movement, right? Who have not done the proper research of what has transpired literally within the last 400 years in order to see some of the patterns of the pros and the cons and the successes and the failures, right? Again, we cannot allow conservative whites and white liberals to dictate to us what the prize is. See, remember, our people used to sing a song, keep your eyes on the prize, right? And so what we got to do is we got to make a effort, a movement that's going to have measures and is going to have impact, right? Because my study of history says that, we put forth a lot of efforts, right? But it didn't get a lot of measures because of this or because of that and different various of situations and timing. But now is the time. If not us, then who? And if not now, then when? So 100 years ago, we couldn't get a black town off, right? But let's go and see if we can cash in on some of this so-called purported moral injury by whites. They say that they are sorry for what happened, right, in Rosewood, and they're sorry for what happened in Black Wall Street, Tulsa, right? So the prize is to get free. And Rosewood and Black Wall Street would, in fact, be, or would have been today, Black America's autonomous zones. What would those two townships have looked like if they were not interrupted? If they were supported by the quote-unquote larger community? So we have today all of, the people going over the history, right? Because as Donald Trump said, he made it famous. So now that all of you know about it, and you can just about project where that city would have been or that township would have been today, probably would have been bigger than Atlanta, Georgia. That's a fact, both of them. So back then, the white establishment saw it as a threat. It wasn't about what they really said it was about. It was really about a larger threat. Was Rosewood and Black Wall Street, was they poised to be a threat and an example of what you could do right here in America? Pull yourself up by your own bootstraps, right? Is Black Lives Matter movement really talking about this? And since the moral injury is being cashed in on by the white liberals, they took your eyes off of the prize. The prize is to get free, and this is an acronym for farms/firearms, real estate, education, and economics. That's the prize. Keep your eye on this prize. My people, the white liberal is not setting this as the goal. He's not trying to even get you to look at this to get free for real, because this translates into BAZZ, Black America's autonomous zones. So if the corporations that are smiling and beguiling in the face of the so-called American Negro, if they were truly, truly committed to being sorry, and there was a real moral injury there, those people would get together and support the rebuilding of a black township. Right? Because if you say you felt sorry about that, then you actually felt nothing wrong with it. There was literally nothing wrong with blacks building a township, an autonomous zone in the early 1900s to secure themselves away from dealing with the issues of the time. So now we're in 2020. This same thing is happening and is rearing itself, and now all of a sudden the millennial generation just became aware of what actually happened. So now, can we get back to the goal, right? Get free. Farms, firearms, right? We're going to need the firearms to protect the farm, the real estate, the educational institution, and the economic institutions. See, because if the citizens of Rosewood and the citizens of Tulsa, Black Wall Street, had at least 12 Gatling guns at that particular time, they could have shot the airplanes down and backed up the crowd. Just as simple as that. But what is the white liberal offering? It was the white conservatives that attacked the towns, but they're also trying to act like they want to, talk with us and they want to get something done. But if none of them are talking about what's on this list right here that will produce a black autonomous zone, and we can actually develop, right, a cluster of smart cities, right? Right? A cluster of smart cities wherein that we can custom make the use of the technology where it won't take away jobs, but yet it'll still be a smart city. So we have an opportunity here, African Americans, to develop a cluster of smart cities, the first to do it. We always the first to do things, right? And so while all of the corporations are smiling and beguiling, showing all their damn teeth, acting as if they're really guilty, that there was some moral injury behind what has been taking place, right, in the last 4 or 5 months, and what has taken place in the last 400 years. Well, why won't they offer you, right, some of the same assistance that they offered the Arab Spring? Some of the same things they offered the new government in Iraq, the new government in Afghanistan. They were literally trying to set up trade deals with them that involve farms, real estate, education, and economics. But they don't offer that to you, black men and black women. They go ahead and put a conservative blindfold on you and a liberal blindfold over you, and they lead you away from the prize. Remember, your people said, keep your eyes on the prize. Oh, Lord. The prize is free BAS, right? Black America's autonomous zones. Let's develop farms, firearms, a force to protect our cities against racist mobs and gangsters and thugs who are trying to pass themselves off as good neighbor Christians. We got a job to do. Let's get free.